Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. It has been quite some time since I have uploaded a video. I have sort of left without any explanation. I had a bit of a YouTube break and all the videos pertaining to my weight loss journey have all been now made private. So I am going to do a video explaining all that and why at some stage, but it's not going to be today, and to be honest, I don't know when it's going to be. But yeah, sorry about that if you were following that, but there were reasons as to why I stopped documenting my journey on here. That's not to say that it has stopped or that I have given up. It's just there are reasons as to why I have stopped sharing it. So I've had a break from YouTube, and today, I don't know what it was about today, but I just thought, God, I really want to do a YouTube video today. And it might as well be a haul video because I picked up some stuff the other day and I had to pick up some stuff today, and I thought, well, why not share it? There are some of you that really enjoy haul videos. I know I do. I feel like I'll get into that in another video. I was going to say I feel like the old haul videos that used to be done on here, like the old sort of witchy shopping haul videos, just aren't around anymore, and God, I miss them. Anyway, so let's just crack on. There's quite a lot of crystals, and I don't want to make this video too long, and I also apologize if the sound's not very good. I could not be bothered dragging out my big camera. Then I've got to upload it to my computer and then do all sorts of things. So it's off my phone. I can just very easily upload it off my phone. And yeah, but the sound quality is not great on this phone. So I apologize for that, but it is what it is. I'm lazy and I couldn't be fagged today. All right, let's crack on. So incense, it's really boring to look at, but I really felt drawn to get some frankincense incense, which I have not had for ages and ages and ages. I'm really fussy with incense too, so I was pleasantly surprised that this one by Nang Champa is really nice. I've got one burning now. It's very pleasant because some frankincense incense it's a bit sort of powdery and doesn't really pack much of a punch, but this one's really nice. So I think this will become a regular in my lineup of incense. And I actually went to this particular shop to get something else, and they had a huge range of this brand of incense. So yeah, I picked some up. Anyway, just a quick explanation about that. I brought it today, so I thought I would show it. These candles, these are a lovely powder blue, light blue candle. And I brought these for you, and I went through hellfire to buy them. I really did. So the particular shop that I got them from, it's one of those sort of Asian cheap shops that a lot of the malls have. I don't know if in other parts of the world, but they tend to have them in just about every mall here. And it's where you can get a whole bunch of cheap stuff. And they're quite popular because you can often get things that you can't get anywhere else. Like, for example, hang on a minute, I will show you. Right, so for example, I'll just move these out of the way. I grabbed these the other day from another one of these little shops. These lovely corked glass bottles. So this one has 2 in, this one's slightly smaller and skinnier. That has 4 in, and then these ones with the little silver screw top, they're glass, screw top, what does that say under there? They're called test tubes. Anyway, these are great for like small lots of magical oils that you want to make. Like, they're really great for cigar oils where you don't use them all year round. So you can get things like this at these shops, and I think it's brilliant. It's great for witches because often you have to buy that sort of stuff online, and it's just I don't know, I just hate, I'm impatient and I want stuff now. I don't like having to wait. Anyway, I went into this shop to get actually a few other things that I needed, not witchy stuff, and they have got a really good range of coloured candles. They have got these like dinner taper candles, all different coloured tea lights, votives, floating candles. They've got a massive range of all different coloured candles, really, really cheap. Although today, it seemed to be swarming in, oh God, it was swarming in screaming toddlers. There was just, they invaded the place and they were sort of all running amok and tearing the place apart and pulling things off the shelves. I don't know whether it was like a mummy group that had gone in there, because it was just like this big group of like children and all their mothers, and oh God, they were so loud, and some of them were like really naughty. And this modern way of parenting, it definitely has its merits, but I don't know, like I can never remember my son behaving like that in public ever. And if he had have done, like, I wouldn't have ignored the behaviour like these women were doing. They were just sort of ignoring it, because I think that's like the modern way to parent. You just sort of, you ignore the bad behaviour and you praise the good behaviour. But it was painful. They were just awful. And the shop was also playing this extremely loud, obnoxious techno music, which I cannot stand. I cannot stand techno music. I'm turning into an old fuddy-duddy. I'm probably going to be one of those, like when I'm really old, I'll be like hanging out the kitchen window, screeching at the local kids for riding their bikes on my grass verge, or swearing or something. I'll be like, half hanging out the window, cut that language out. What, I'm just going to turn into an old grumpy lady with her house full of cats and her poison plants. I'll be getting a reputation. I probably already have got a reputation. Oh God, it was painful. Anyway, so these are very special candles, because I felt like just leaving and getting the hell out of there, but I really wanted these for Yule, and Yule is coming up here very shortly in a couple of weeks. As it was, I had to fortify myself with a flat white and some sushi, and I went and sat in the car away from humanity and children and enjoyed it. It was painful. It was really painful. Okay, so let's just crack on with this, because God, I've made a promise to myself that I wasn't going to do these really long, drawn out, overly talky videos, because no one is interested in them, but I can't seem to stop myself. Right, so I got a bunch of, let's put them this way, a bunch of scrapbooking paper. Now, this is all for, apart from this one, all the rest of them are for my Book of Shadows that I am doing. Now, I have been really called in the last few months to actually knuckle down and properly put together a Book of Shadows. I have this, which is probably a wee bit dusty, so you might not be able to see it that well because there is a glare, but this is a book that I have had for ages. It was just like a large notebook, like an A4 notebook, hardcover notebook that I had, and I decided that I was going to turn it into a Book of Shadows as a bit of an experiment, and never really got all that far with it, apart from sort of a couple of pages and the cover. And this was an old like a light switch surround that I got from a thrift shop years ago, and I kind of just distressed it and stuff. But I've been really called to actually knuckle down and do a proper Book of Shadows. So I wanted some nice paper to use as background paper and to make little pockets. I'm going to do it in sort of like a junk journal type fashion, with little bits here and there and little pull out bits and whatnot. So anyway, I got some paper for that. This top one is actually for Morrigan's book, which has also been sadly neglected, and I've had a pretty big kick up the bum to actually get my shit sorted and get onto that. But her book is where is supposed to be, where her recipes are for her incenses and oils and things like that, and different workings and just a whole bunch of other stuff. So anyway, I saw this paper and I thought, oh, it's gorgeous and kind of perfect for Morrigan. I especially love this kind of autumny, oh, the glare. This one is just lovely. So it's in 4, and you can obviously, you know, cut them out to size. So I will just quickly show you what I got. I love scrap booking paper. I love going through and sort of seeing all the different ones, and these, some of them are backed as well, but I brought them for this sort of front bit, and these will be like just background for certain pages and stuff. This one is going to be for my Yule section, which I am going to be starting maybe tonight, actually. We'll see how we go. So it's got some lovely holly on a really dark background, which I like, but it's also got that as well. So I might interchange some of that. This one's quite cool. This one will possibly be in Morrigan's book as well. Just cool lace. This one might be nice for a Letha page. Again, it's in sort of 4 sections, so you can cut it out, but pretty, and it has quite a nice back on it as well. This one's gorgeous. It's lovely lavender, and it has this one on the back, but I'm not all that keen on the back of this one. I'm not into kind of really bright colours. This one looks a lot more natural and lovely. So I got those today, and thankfully, you know, we are in winter, so officially, if you go by the old calendar, so I have plenty of time to do some indoor stuff, especially if the weather keeps going the way it's going, has been going lately, because it's been foul and it's been so wet. We've had a 1 in 100 year flood. Oh god, last week it just rained for about 3 or 4 days solid. It was absolutely awful. I don't think I've ever gotten quite so wet going down to feed the pony, and there was mud everywhere, and yeah, it was grim. I'm just having a mouthful of tea. It was grim and it caused a lot of damage. Okay, crystals, but before I show you the crystals, I also picked this up the other day from the witchy shop. I saw these on Instagram weeks ago. Now, I don't really do Instagram much anymore. I'm very rarely on it. I don't have it on my phone. That's again going to be talked about in my sort of update video as to why, you know, left YouTube for a while. But the witchy shop had these in, and they've had quite a few of these sort of mini decks in, and when I saw this I grabbed it because I only had one. They are so cute. I have been using these every day since I got them, and they're really popular. I see quite a few people have them. So they're sort of like little well, curious messages of enchantment. They're not, I wouldn't necessarily say so much oracle cards as to more sort of like little inspiration cards. Cool wee box as well. I like that magnetic closure. And the backs of the cards are absolutely gorgeous. I mean, I'm not going to go too much in depth because I'm sure they're all over YouTube anyway, but they are so, like, look how gorgeous they are. You probably can't even see. I probably should have pulled my finger out and got my big camera out, but hi ho. They're just gorgeous. I really enjoy them. I've been, like I said, using them every day. I love the colours in them as well. I'm very much a muted colour. I've got a very muted colour palette. I do not like cards, or I don't really like anything bright and cheery. I'm a bit of a grim person, but no, I do much prefer muted colours. I just don't connect with like bright decks and things. I do have one that's quite bright and I've never really connected with it. I probably should actually sell some of my card decks because there's a few I don't use because they just don't resonate with me. But I love that anyway. So yeah, that was such a good score and it was quite cheap. I think it was only like $18 or something. So I was really thrilled to get it. Okay, so we're going to do crystals now. I will power through these pretty quickly. I got a lovely piece of amethyst. They quite often, I've noticed in the last few months, they've had these little clusters on sale. So I got one, I think I have showed it in a haul, I can't remember. I got this one a wee while ago. It's sitting on my working altar and this is going to go on my working altar as well. So these are gorgeous. I love amethyst. I also picked up this, which is called this. I said to the girl in the shop, there's a new girl in there. I don't know if that's going to focus, is it? Anyway, she's Scottish. And I said to her, how do you pronounce that? And we were having a laugh because neither of us could actually. Her and her Scottish accent, she had a really rich Scottish accent. I could have listened to her all day, but yeah, we were sort of, I couldn't pronounce it at all because I'm really bad with pronunciation anyway. And she was getting all sort of cacked up with it because of her accent anyway. Mangano calcite. It's a self-love stone. I guess similar in some ways to rose quartz. But it's a nurturing stone, helps us take care of ourselves. It enables us to accept love and have self-love. You can look it up, but as soon as I saw it, I knew I had to get a piece, and it was really inexpensive. And it's this lovely icy pink. It's got a hint of pink in it. That's sort of how I describe it, as an icy pink. Like, you know, in the winter when the sun's going down, like if it's been a sunny day and the sun's going down and you get that really pale pinky grey sort of hue in the sky as the sun's going down. I don't know, that's sort of the colour of it. That's what it reminded me of. It's lovely. It has a lovely energy. So yes, I got that. I also got some little black tourmaline. I love tourmaline. It is one of my top crystals. And I got this for gridding. Just some little pieces. I'm not going to talk about tourmaline. Most people know the properties of tourmaline. Really, really good for grounding. It's especially good for people like me that have OCD, to help quiet the mind. Just a wee tip that I do with tourmaline. It's great to meditate with, but if you're really bad at meditation like I am, if you have quite a chaotic OCD mind like I have, just sitting and holding it and practicing measured breathing is really, really helpful, especially if you're feeling a little bit anxious. So just, it's like counting your breath, 3 in, 3 out, and really concentrating on your breathing and how you're breathing, like not breathing in your chest, like really breathing through your diaphragm. It really helps to calm your mind, because I know what a chaotic OCD mind is like. It's not pleasant at all. And it's helpful to hold a piece of this when you're going to sleep and practice that measured breathing. I'm really bad at meditation. It's something that I am going to try my hardest to practice every day if I can, even if it's just, a couple of minutes, because I know it'll be really beneficial. But I'm thinking guided meditation is probably going to be the best bet for me, as opposed to kind of just freeballing it, because I need that structure. Anyway, I got that for tourmaline for some gridding. I got some beautiful pieces of rhodonite, and everything comes with a little price on, so I've left it on actually to show you the prices. I got actually 3 quite small bits. This one's $8. That one was 7 and that one was 6. But I adore rhodonite, and I only had one piece, and I knew that it was kind of pricey. Anyway, they had some really big pieces in there, which were several $100s, which I would have liked. I am just going to very quickly read you out from Cassandra Eason's Healing Crystals book about rhodonite. And actually, funnily enough, underneath it, it has, oh God. Anyway, that other crystal, the pink one that I showed you, mangano. In here it's called mangano pink calcite. I think that's a lot easier to pronounce than what I tried to do. So we'll have a look at that as well. But rhodonite keeps away negativity, both psychic attacks and the spite of others, which is handy to know. I believe it was Joey Morris who first talked about the idea of rhodonite being a stone of the Morrigan. And I think she was spot on. So it has a divine bit of info in here, like if you use it for divination purposes. Let go of the past, forgive what you can, and try to forget the rest. Your peace of mind is more important than trying to please those who may never be content. That's just a really good lot of advice anyway, all and off itself. Right. Can help to heal family bitterness and serious rifts with the wider family. Encourages patience when others are being inefficient or unusually slow. At work, carry rhodonite to ensure that your abilities are given due credit. It is a stone associated with musicians and singers and with peacemakers and peacekeepers. It is for people in service industries and also helps shift workers harmonise their rhythms. I probably should be carrying a piece of this with me at work because I have some clients at work that are very trying. So it's lovely. And I actually got that for a specific reason as well. So the other one, like this stone, according to this, helps to restore emotional security after a burglary or crisis in the home. At work, it will lower stress if you are under pressure. Fosters both compassion towards others and self-esteem. One of the gentlest stones. Is effective for chronic problems and illnesses. It is particularly helpful for people who have been inadequately mothered or whose mother has died even years later. Good for postnatal depression. Anyway, so it goes on, but yeah, that makes actually quite a lot of sense. We're getting near the end. I got some howlite. I don't know if this is in this book. Howlite is really good for anxiety. Excuse me. Let me have a look. Okay, I will just quickly. Encourages high standards of integrity and open, non-confrontational communication. It's valuable at extended family gatherings and is useful in a workplace where there are factions. Doesn't say it in here about anxiety, but I was looking up some properties online the other day and it came up that it was very good for people that suffer with panic attacks. I've been carrying a piece in my bra for the last few days, which is interesting. When I take my bra off at night, I forget it's in there and it goes flying. And I have been sleeping with it under my pillow, but I've had to stop that because I was half asleep, in that half conscious state the other night, and I put my hand under my pillow to hold it because I do that, and I couldn't find it. And I was like, oh God, I wonder where that's gone. Went back to sleep and then found it the next day on my husband's side of the bed. I have no idea how it got there. I don't know whether I'd sort of maybe had it in my hand and I dropped it and the cat played with it, because Manson does things like that. Yeah. So I just keep it beside the bed now. It's primarily a stone of preventative care and protects the user or healer neglecting their own health. It is an important component of any charm bag for health. It's traditionally buried around the boundaries or indoor pot plants at the 4 main compass directions, and a small piece is placed over the front and back doors. So anyway, I got it as for anxiety. And last but not least, I got, which is my new baby, a Morian smoky quartz, which I never see now. These are really hard to find. So I brought this one this was actually the first crystal that I ever brought. It's a little Morian palm stone. Now, Morian quartz is, I think this is the darkest smoky quartz that you can get. It's almost black, and it has sort of, you can see the difference, like, what are they called? The lines in it, stratations, or I don't know. In it, it's absolutely beautiful. It has it's got such a grounding, protective energy to it. It's hard to describe, but it's almost otherworldly. It's just absolutely gorgeous. I've had this for years and I have been looking for more of it ever since, and I've not ever been able to find it until I found this one today. And you can see it's not cheap. This was $9.30, but it's just such smoky quartz is a great stone for getting rid of negativity, all types of negativity. So this will be utilised in spell work. But yeah, I was absolutely thrilled and I couldn't leave it there. And I spent quite a bit today, but I don't care. I don't care. I could have looked up Morian smoky quartz, but I didn't. So I could actually give you more information about it, but I didn't. So I'm just trying to see if it's in here. Oh, here is everyone anyway. Have you all had your COVID jab? I haven't had mine. Funnily enough, I was supposed to be in the first wave to have mine because I work in the health sector and in the community. But no, I think it's been quite... sorry, I'm just... No, they don't have it in here. Guess it's under something else. Anyway, oh, yes, they do. Yeah, so it's been pretty slow to roll out here. I think people are starting to get kind of angry about it. Oh, I've got a thing in here on holy stones. I have a lot of holy stones, hag stones that I collect. Yeah, so God knows when I'm going to get the jab. I presume it's going to be this year sometime, but who knows? Anyway, I'm going to read that about holy stones before I pack up. So that's my wee haul. And yeah, like I said, I will do an update video about the whole weight loss thing and why I've stopped uploading videos. How long is this? Oh, look, it's half an hour long. Sorry, I just can't seem to get videos into a shorter time. Sorry, I'm never going to change. I just waffle too much, as I'm doing now, so I better just pack up and get going. I've got things to do. Yeah, all right, so I will just see you when I see you, and take care of yourself, and yeah, be blessed.